But for the next 1 hour, I promise you, I will share with you real tips that probably you cannot get online or read a book, because it's my personal experience. And the toolkit that I'll be sharing next week on Wednesday, it comes as an acronym, IMPACT, 6 tools altogether. Today, we are focusing on tool number 3, personal gravitas. It's a huge word, very big word, but we shall explain in just a moment. Come in, keep the guests coming in. So here, big picture on what are we going to expect. Especially some of us, we have a lot of things lined up in the house, dads who are working from home. Yes, calling out to the dads, it's not just moms at home, right? Some of the moms are in the health line and they're out to work. Then the dad becomes the house husband. Kudos to you. So here's the big picture. We have scheduled everyone's time for 1.5 hours, but we don't have to like stretch the whole 1.5 hours. So here's the big picture. As I'm talking right now, let me show you. I have with me a timer to make sure that I respect everybody's time. We finish right on time. And so we have our introduction, which I'm doing right now. So you see here, I set it for 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour. Can you all see my 1 hour? Oh yeah. Oh no, cannot see because of my background. Oh dear. Okay, never mind. For my own eyes only. My virtual background is an office. That's why you couldn't see my prop. It's a ghost. So introduction, then we'll dive into the gravitas. The introduction, why does it take 15 minutes? Because we will have a little segment where we will need everyone's support to bring out your phones and participate on an online poll. Kahoot. Many of us are familiar with Kahoot. Some are like, Kasimi Hoot, right? We will explain in just a moment. So that is to give you a flavor on the level of interaction that we will have in a full day. I've been running so many full day workshops and everyone says like, oh, time went by so quickly, so much interaction, exactly like a classroom training. So I have to demonstrate that, right? All talk and no action is no use. And that comes to the second part over here, the building your gravitas to influence others. As our topic today is communicate to influence, did you realize that the words you use, how you sound, and how you look when you say it can totally influence a person's thinking and their actions? Yes, I'm sure many of us know, but we don't really know how to do it. And we will leave some time for everybody. If you have no questions or you're too shy to speak, you can key into the chat box and our host, Abigail from AventisLearning School, would help me to address, point the questions to me, and I will stay online and reply all of them, I promise, before I sign off. All right, so that is the big picture. So now, oh, I see some. Now let me just stop the sharing for a while so that everyone can see me in full screen. Okay, now you can see me in full screen, yay! All right, because this is the part where I introduce myself. You need to know who the heck am I, what qualifies me to teach on this topic. Well, I have been in the training and speaking world for the past 2 decades. And when I was a little girl, I remember I saw my dad and my mom. I was like, why do they look so different? My father was from Malaysia. He's a Chinese, pure Chinese, Huaran. And he's a skinny Chinese Johor Bahru boy. In the 1950s, long time ago, he came to Singapore, and years later, he met my mother. My mother is not Chinese. She's half British and half Nonya. She's a hot, gorgeous Eurasian woman. Do you think it was easy for a skinny Chinese JB boy to communicate with an atas Angmo Eurasian woman? It was difficult. But somehow my dad managed to influence my mom to marry her because love conquers all. So they got married, and that's where they have 3 beautiful daughters, including me. Okay, so thanks again. So I was saying, I remember once I heard my dad would actually say that, my dad speaks perfect Mandarin, and he sounds like this. 女儿啊，好好念书，你长大才能脚踏实地做个好人. Which means, daughters, study hard and work hard, so when you grow up, you'll be down to earth and be a good person. And my mother, on the other hand, in her British accent, she would go, baby, don't worry about your daddy. Just follow your dreams. That's what my mom says. So when a man and a woman, they have argument, who usually wins? Of course, the women, right? Because the men will say, we let them win. So that's where I won. My mom won. I followed my dreams. So I've had the privilege and opportunity to travel in the past 2 over decades to different countries. So the value I'm bringing to everyone today is not something you can find on YouTube or a self-help book, because it would be a combination of my experiences of communicating with people of different nationalities, different cultures, different gender, of course. But we have a short time, about an hour. So I'm going to summarize into 4 styles of communications so that during this 1 hour, when I refer to that style, you will know exactly who and what I'm referring to. Ready? The first zone that I like to talk a lot about is, which is one of the countries that I really love going to before the whole virus on the COVID-19. Okay, that word is so, okay, let's not talk about that. Huh? The country is the land of China. You know, in China, when the program, let's say, starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, what time do you think they turn up? Later? Earlier? Let me tell you, they come super early. They'll come as early as 7:30 to 8 o'clock. When I open the door, they'll be inside the room and they go, 老师，早点开课吧. Teacher, please start the class early. I was like, in Singapore, we call them 小 on. So in people in China, they are very eager to learn. The way they talk to me, 老师，我要请教你, I want to consult you. They use words like that. It influences me to want to share more with them. In the end, they 物超所值. They get more value than what they paid for. Clever, right? So China style, they start very early. By the time the class is over, they still don't want to go back. 老师，老师，还有事要请教你. Something else to consult you. So China style, one of my favorite countries, so much to learn from them. They start early, they finish late. 中国风 China. The second zone that has a very clear characteristic is the land of Hong Kong. You may think that China, Hong Kong, 一家人, one family. No, no, no. They have very different style. When you think of Hong Kong people, what do you think of? Other than they speak like that, the up and down tone. Yes, they are always in a hurry. 好緊張啊. The moment I reached Hong Kong International Airport, that's like so many months ago, the moment I arrive, I can feel the pressure, under pressure. This is how they talk. I'll be walking on the travelator, and then somehow someone from behind will, 企埋一邊啦，唔好阻住晒啦你. I was like, 哎呀，唔使咁緊張啊嘛. What they were saying is, here, like, get out of the way, don't block the way. They talk fast, they eat fast, everything very fast. The way Hong Kong people, they communicate is not like the China style where they were, 老师多讲一点, share more. They want to influence you with their eagerness and sincerity. For Hong Kong style, their style is, to the point. 唔使講咁多廢話. Cut all the BS. So when I run a program for Hong Kong people, I'll be there from 7:30 to 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock to 8:30, 冇人and nobody. 8:55, 5 more minutes, like many of us coming in now. They will charge right in. I'm thinking, where do y'all come from? Then they will put down their phones and their phone. They look at me like, 講啦,快啲講啦, start. I was like, okay, looks like everyone is in a hurry. 繼續啦. So we continue. And when the class finishes at 4:55, 執好晒, they put everything. Then they look at me like, 講完未啊? Are you done? 睇起嚟大家都趕時間. Looks like everyone is in a hurry. 多謝大家. Thank you everyone. When I look up, they are gone! They are like 50 meters away. 老師我趕時間啦，下次再見啦, bye bye. I'm in a hurry. See you next time. So the way you want to influence Hong Kong people, right? The way you talk, you can't talk too much. Before you can finish one sentence, 唔見咗人啦, they will be gone. Well, how do we communicate to the point, short, crisp, and succinct? Hong Kong style. They start on time, finish on time. Don't waste time. Okay, that's the Hong Kong style. The third style is the Taiwan style. Okay, let's ask the gentleman here. Who is a Tahir, are you there? Tahir, can you say, yo, I'm here?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Tahir. Thank you. I want to ask you, because this question is unique to men. Tahir, what's your impression of Taiwan girls in general?
Oh, I haven't seen yet.
Haven't seen it. You heard of them? Seen on?
I guess so.
Guess so. So what's your impression of Taiwan girls in general?
Should be nice.
Yes, you're right. Very nice. Very gentle, right? This is how they sound. Even if they cannot speak English, they go, Tahir 哥哥. My brother Tahir, 很讨厌，不要这样对人家哦。Can you don't treat me like that? 掌声鼓励鼓励. Can you clap for me, please? They talk like that. Tak boleh buat, tahan. But you like this type? You like this kind of?
No.
Manja, manja.
No.
No. All right, you will belong to a certain category of men who's like, oh, what are you trying to do? So thank you, Tahir, for sharing with me your opinion of Taiwan girls. See you later. Thank you. So Taiwan style, most of us will have this impression as what Tahir was saying, right? They're sweet, they're gentle, they're nice. But if you think they're all sweet and marshmallow, you are so wrong. Because they are only sweet on the outside. Inside, they know exactly what they want and they attack. But the thing is, they break down your defense walls first. They will communicate with you using words to influence you to think that they are easygoing. They have no special agenda. So when you let your guard down, that's where they go, 哎呀，你很喜欢台湾哦. That was my first impression when I thought they were sweet and nice. But in 2008, when I went to Taiwan to deliver training for a private bank, Union Bank of Switzerland, my impression of them changed totally. The bankers there, they call them client advisors, very posh, branded jackets. They walk in, they go, 老师早好, morning teacher. 你还喜欢台湾好? You like Taiwan? 吃点黄梨酥好? Have some pineapple. A lot of hot, hot all day until they hot. Until you relax. And then that's where you are not defending, or rather very defensive against them. That's where they go, Acha! They will tell you exactly what they want. So the way they communicate is mind-blowing. After they have let your guard down, they will go in and get exactly what they want. Solid, right? So in my observation, in my experience, the Taiwanese are one of the best practices that we should learn from in the way to communicate, to influence. And the final style is a very different style. It's a country that not many of my friends have been to. Is the land of incredible India. When I first went to India 3 years ago, I was a bit nervous because it's my first time there, and I've heard so many negative stories that people in India do not think highly of female trainers. The same like in Middle East. I've got a lot of projects turned down when they realize I'm a female. Success. But anyway, hashtag girl power. I turned up there and I was waiting from 7:30 to 8:30 to 9:30 to 10:30. Nobody. You know, China very early, right? Hong Kong, Taiwan on time. India, super late. No, I waited until about 11 something. The door sprung open and they all walked in. I said, good morning. I said hi to all the bankers. These are from BNP Paribas. All the bankers from different parts of India flew into Mumbai. And they came in, they looked at me. They said, what are you doing here? Huh? I've been here all morning. You asked me what am I doing here? I said, oh, I'm here to conduct 2 days of advisory sales training. And I was wondering, where is everyone? Because it's already like 2 hours past 9. And he looked at me and he said, it's the traffic. The traffic in India is like that. I said, okay, it's the traffic, fine. And then the same banker, he sat down, he said, what are you here to teach us? We are the gurus. What can you teach us that we don't already know? So in case you didn't catch my accent, he said, what can you teach us? We are the gurus, like the experts. What is it that you can teach us that we don't already know? I was like, I realized I cannot continue to communicate like a typical goody two-shoes Singaporean. No way I can influence them. I had to adapt my style of talking. And I did my homework before I came to India. So I looked at them, I said, I'm not here to teach you. And they look at me, I'm here to share with you the best practices from all around the world. So all of you can raise your game. Mujhe aapse milkar acha laga. They looked at me like, oh my God, did she just speak perfect Hindi? I said, yes, I just practiced that for the past 4 hours. They were like, oh. There will be people in this world who want to eat you alive if you do not have the gravitas. If you do not speak like you know what the heck you're talking about, they will eat you up and crush your bones. And that's where what they wanted to do initially. They wanted to eat me for lunch. But after I impressed them, not just with my effort to learn the difficult, beautiful language, by the way, Mujhe aapse milkar acha laga is not, it's such a pleasure to meet you. They said, how did you learn that? I said, that's because I'm very sincere to connect with all of you. So in the end, not only did they not eat me for lunch, they ate out of my hand. And when the class finished at 5, they said, keep going. Our dinner is at 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. I was like, you're not hungry, I'm hungry. So here you go, a summary. China style. When you hear me say China style, they are the type who wants you to talk a lot. You need to influence them by sharing a lot of, someone sharing our screen here. So you need to share with them a lot of information to communicate, to influence them to do what you want them to do. And the second zone is the Hong Kong people, right? That's where you need to cut the chase, get to the point. And finally, the third one is the Taiwan style. You need to ask them nicely before you get to the point. And finally, India style, you have to know your staff, be prepared, manage the way you speak to win them over, because they start late and they finish late. Well, we are from Singapore, based in Singapore today. We start late and finish early. I know. So we are supposed to finish no later than 4 o'clock, but I assure you we will finish before then. Start late, finish early. Yes, may I ask who is showing your screen of a WhatsApp? Is that you, Abigail? Or is someone unintentionally sharing your screen? Because I'm going to share mine. Abigail, is that you? If this will stop someone, I'm going to stop your screen sharing if you don't mind. Oh, not you. Okay, then someone have unintentionally shared yours. Well, how you saw? I'm going back to this, okay? This is where I am. Okay. So now we're coming back to where I left off earlier on, okay? So now when I'm sharing my screen, I will share with you the big picture, the topics that we'll be talking about, as well as how we're going to go about it. Okay, 1 second. And zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, now I've been hijacked by someone unintentionally, I'm sure. So now we will go to this part where I will open up. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, share screen. Next, we're going to look at this. Okay. So in case some of us didn't realize, right, the moment if you have accidentally typed share screen, we will all see. So just now we unknowingly saw somebody's WhatsApp chat and stuff like that. Okay. Okay, now I'm coming back to this. You know, one of the challenges, especially over this period of time, right, using virtual training is we have to learn fast. How do we use computers to share our knowledge and to conduct lessons? So like this one, okay. Okay, now we're back to my screen. By the way, before I begin, can I get some feedback in the chat group? Like, yeah, I totally relate to the story. So true. I love the stories. More stories, please. Because I have a lot of content here, but I have even more stories. If you like my stories, please let me know so that I can carry on. Oh, yes. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you. I think this is, to me, I think this is the things we cannot get on internet, right? Communication models, which I'm going to share, we all know. But in between, to make it more refreshing and insightful, I would add stories from different parts of the world. So big picture, what is the power of words? What kind of words can you use to influence others that you could actually make or break a whole relationship, right? And you want to know the use of inflection. Inflection is how do we vary the emphasis on certain words to gain credibility. And the third one is be aware of how you look can directly impact how others perceive you. So with all these in mind, by the way, along the way, if you all like, you can take a screenshot because I'm not sure if Aventis will send you the whole Zoom recording. So if you like it, it's photo time. Yeah, you can take photo of me too. And my approach here, as you realize, I'm not just going to go straight into the content. I'd like to raise awareness. As I described the China style, Hong Kong style, Taiwan style, and the India style, many of you will realize that you tend to communicate in one of these styles. You're either the, hey, get to the point, I don't waste my time, Hong Kong style people, or you're the type that, please tell me slowly, don't just tell me, do you get it, do you get it? What do you mean? What is the process? That means you're more China style, they're more procedure driven, so on and so forth. And that's where our content will come in. And finally, we'll have some discussions. Because this is a, oh dear, someone just added some sound effect. This all right. Let's move on. Okay, now this one is a very short poll. It's also for everyone to experience what it's like, especially if and when you join us for the full day program. There'll be so much interaction, and this is one of them. Can you please whip up your phones, everybody, and open up a browser? It can be a Kahoot, it can be Chrome, it can be, well, what others are there actually? Internet Explorer. Once you open that, okay, I'm going to open up, I'm back. Oh, I see a nice picture here. I'm going to open up a Kahoot. Okay, and share. So please key in, especially this is a communicate to influence pre-webinar poll. So please key in the game pin that you'll be seeing. Okay. 0510. Let me mute this first so y'all can hear me. Oh, some of you already know. Please feel free, please use a nickname. You don't have to use your real name because this is a poll, right? It's not an examination. Whoa, okay, great. Let's hear the music. I love Kahoot music. Boom. Everybody, I'm still here, just thinking I will wait for 10 more seconds. All right, we have 100 friends who have signed in. Thank you. I love the names Pink Pink, Bow Wow, La La, Yo Yo. A lot of repetition. So cute. Happy. I love the names. Yours. Okay, 9, 8. After that, we start. And those of us who have not managed to join in yet, the Kahoot pin will be in the subsequent screens, so you can still catch up. Remember, this is not a competition. In the full day workshop, there will be free food gift cards giveaway. All the Grab cards, I bought them like the Grab food. I'm thinking food delivery is the most practical gift now. So as Linda said, in class, I give you the sweets and prizes, but in virtual, I give you virtual prizes too. Okay, 5 more seconds. Okay, 6 questions. First one. True or false? The way we communicate can influence others. Most of us agree that the way we communicate can influence others. Three of us disagree. Either your finger accidentally landed there, or you do have your own point of view, which I wish I could actually hear more. But thank you for voting. This is just to know which side of it are we on. The next one, LMY. You are the fastest finger, not LKY. Second question. How long have you been in your job role? How experienced you are? Come first. 1 year. Today, from as young as those young in the industry, in your role, less than a year, to forever, we lost count. The reason for asking this question is sometimes when we are in our job role for too long, sometimes we can become jaded and we start speaking and communicating with others based on our habits. So here we have a good mix, so I know how to tweak what I'm going to say later. A bit of examples for everyone. The next one. The number one reason we quit our jobs is we hate our boss. Which is the reason. Funny, right? What's 50 of us, no feeling. Oh my God. That's so sad. Sorry, I feel sad for you. Can you imagine it's like Walking Dead, going to work every day? What? Everything, just do my job. I know many of us, we do compartmentalize, right? We go to work, we don't have to love our boss. How nice would it be if we do love our boss, right? So congratulations to 31 of us. We'll have a great relationship. 30 of us sometimes love, sometimes want to kill them. 7 of us thinking of quitting soon. I know, right? Every program I run, I have at least 10% of them. Today I have 100 over, so yeah, it's almost 10% actually that we want to quit. But hold on to your horses. Very often it's because we do not know how to adapt our communication style with the boss. Because if we have that mindset that it is the boss's fault, we could bring that mindset with us to every job that we go to. Because we are the constant, dun, dun, dun. So let's find out. So hold your horses, don't quit yet, especially not now. The number one reason that we stay long in our jobs because we love our colleagues. had so many 50 of us have no feeling with our bosses, but I believe those 50 of us are in the box where you love your colleagues, because the number one reason that people stay long in their jobs is they can communicate well with at least one colleague. They're the reason for them to stay. You don't need a million reasons, you just need 1 million, one reason. For one of us, really bad, and 40 of us, whatever. Well, again, many of us will have our personal friends and we don't mix them with colleagues. So it's fine. You don't have to love your colleagues. And the second final question, self-awareness. How's your ability to influence others? Self-awareness. Some of us are very humble in Asia, especially. So 68 of us, majority of us said that sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And 12 of you, congratulations. We will need to tap on your expertise. And one of us said you need help seriously. And I seriously think you are one of the very few honest people in the world. Some of us are in denial. No, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, there was once I conducted a workshop on communication, and one of this lady, she's in her 50s. She's a very senior personal assistant to a CEO. And she told me in front of the whole class, I don't know what's people's problem. In the office, nobody want to talk to me. They say I'm very serious. I'm very open. I can tell them anything. Then we look at her like, I think we know why people don't want to talk to you. She said, there's nothing wrong with the way I talk. I was like, okay. That's like denial or lack of self-awareness. So some of us don't even know. The way she talks, no wonder everybody run far, far away. So final question. Word cloud. Key in up to 20 characters. What learning expectation? It's photo time. The cloud will be formed now. I love oh, the sound is so cute. Let me take a picture. Please take a picture too. This is a combination of all your contributions. Please check ourselves. Let me take a quick look. Impact effectively, motivation, influence, communication, positive. Smile always like you. Oh, thank you. I'm smiling from my heart. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Yes. tips on good communication. Consider it done. Okay, we have little time, but I love to exceed expectations. So this is just for fun to see who's the fastest finger just now. Ready? Lovely. I love the way Kahoot does all the bouncing. Yeah, so that was fun, everybody. That was to give you a feel as well. In the full day workshop, we have that. Plus, we will have questionnaires like quizzes after every few tools so that everyone can make sure they can retain the learning. At the same time, it's fun, it's interactive, right? Especially when we have to talk through computers. We want to be as exciting as possible. So now I'm going back to my screen here. Okay, and we'll share the slides now. Can y'all see my slides? Okay. The thing is with Zoom, right? We have to exit the screen and then open the slides. Yeah, after a while you figure out all the steps involved because you have to get out, go in, go out. But anyway, coming back to our PowerPoint now. Personal branding. Remember I mentioned earlier on my 6 tools in INPACT. Today, for the next 45 minutes, we will cover on personal branding to build your gravitas. I first heard of this word around 15 years ago when I did not have much gravitas. Let me show you what it is. Definition. That's where you demonstrate seriousness and professionalism in the way you speak and carry yourself. It's so difficult for me because I'm naturally very high energy type. Hello everybody, I hope you enjoy our workshop. And people who love my energy when it's supposed to be a fun class, and everybody loves it, but you know who doesn't love me? The human resource manager, the HR. They said, huh? Wow, she's so crazy, so self. Can she actually teach? So they start wondering and questioning when I do not demonstrate that seriousness and professionalism. And of course, the way you carry yourself directly affects your personal branding. So how can we go about it, building that gravitas? So when I learned of that word, I realized that I can always be me. That is my personal brand. But the brand that I portray to different audiences have to be adapted to that audience. Remember just now I shared about the 4 different country styles in China as well. Okay, my mother is half British, so I don't have a very Chinese face, and I speak decently good English. So when I go there and I say, good morning, everyone, we are from Singapore. 哎呀，真糟糕了，这个讲英语的，还怎么听懂呢？要讲3天的课呢。What they were saying is that, oh gosh, she's speaking in English. How are we going to understand her? That I will look at them and I said, yes, I'm from Singapore. 可是我父亲是华人。我们今天3天的课就用普通话来讲好不好？ And they all like, oh! What I said is, I'm from Singapore, but my father is Chinese. So these next 3 days of workshop, shall I use Mandarin to speak with all of you? They were like, 他还会讲，我以为他是个小老外呀。 They thought I was like, So the gravitas and my perfect Mandarin won them over because in China style, again, you need to have that gravitas in Chinese, by the way. Some of you will be asking, how to say in Chinese? I have figured it out through the years. It's called 气场. I will always have students who come up to me, 老师，你真的很有气场，你一站出来，每个人都要听你说。 Which means, teacher, you have such gravitas. The moment you stand up on the stage, everyone wants to listen to you. Like, thank you. I get it out and squeeze out my gravitas. If I go like, hello everybody, I think they all run already. Yeah? So there you go. That's gravitas. And we all know this communication model. As I said, this is no biggie, but the difference will be the stories are add on to it. So the 3 V's, what are they? Can I see them in? Oh, thank you, Claudia, you laugh. Can you please key into the chat box? What do you think are the 3 V's? I know there's a lot of HR experts out there, individual contributors who have heard the 3 V's to death. Can you key into the group chat? I know, support a bit. Can show me what does the 3B stand for? Velocity. Thank you. If I have a bunch of sweets here, I'll give you for comic relief. Thank you. It's not velocity, my dear. Claudia. Boys, thank you. There's boys. Actually, velocity, there's some truth in it. No? Velocity has got to do with the pace, which is part of your vocal tone and pace. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Pew, pew, pew. That's a great one, a very refreshing one. Claudia, I learned a new word because of you, velocity. What else do we have? Visual, vibrant. Oh, Kathleen, you're talking about me. You are all correct because we are verbal, we are vocal, and visual. Now, which one do you think has the most impact, especially when it's face-to-face? Because Professor Albert Mehrabian, the guy that I put here, his name, he's a social psychologist. Back in 1969 to 71, he did extensive research on face-to-face communication. And he came out with these studies and the results, and he said, oh, out of the 3 V's, one of these V has the biggest impact to influence people. Come, tell me, which is the biggest impact? We think visual, picture speaks 1,000 words. Okay, Kelvin said vocal, and some say visual, vocal, visual, verbal. Ooh, we have a mixture. Well, this is not what I say. It's Albert say, well, words have only 7%. And vocal, a lot more, 38%. And that leaves us with 55%. It drove me nuts the first time I saw this model, the results. I was like, cannot be. I'm one who focuses a lot on words. I think words have power. Words are power. How can it have only 7%? And that's where I realized that I misunderstood the model, just like thousands and thousands of people in the world. What Professor Albert Mehrabian was saying is not that words are not important. If I speak to all of you, es ist eine Freude, dich kennenzulernen. My name is Maxine Teo. You're thinking like, oh my yeah, what are you talking about? I was speaking in German. But if you notice that you didn't know what I was talking about, you will actually listen to my tone, right? You think when I said, es ist eine Freude, dich kennenzulernen, do you think I was saying, everybody go and die? Cannot be, right? Plus my face smiling. So when you don't understand the words, we tend to listen to your tone of voice and how you look when you say it. So he is saying that words, it's not that they are not important, because if I conduct this session in German, which I think I can, I think 99% of you wouldn't understand me. Oh, thank you. Someone circled my visual. So words are important, just that when your words and your tone contradicts each other, your words mean nothing. Take a very simple daily life example, especially now husband and wife, partners living together. So much tension. And when the man looks at the woman, or partner A looks at partner B, saying, anything wrong? Nothing. When a woman says nothing, is it really nothing? It's everything. But the man heard the word nothing. Nothing. Okay, I'm going off. You come back. I said nothing and you believe it's nothing. But you see, when she said nothing, her tone of voice was sarcastic. Nothing. Plus the mouth, crooked mouth, nothing. So when your words and your tone and how you look contradict each other, your words really mean nothing. Get it? Get it? There you go. Thank you for all the annotation. It is true. Visual is the most impactful. Just by looking at this pie chart, right? More than half of it, 55%, is from visual. Which is why now we're going to dive in, and I'm going to use examples to supplement them as we go along. Let's start with, oh, thank you for laughing, Michelle. No, that's there. Nothing. That's there. I know. I think the man will be crying now. It's true. Women like to play mind games with me. Something, say something. Now why you say nothing? No, I know, man. You have to get it. You have to look at the whole package. Okay, let's start with the first V. So excited. Let me drink a sip of water. Please drink as well. Drink with me. Okay, everyone, hydrate ourselves. It's a freaking hot weather. The verbal, the first V. You speak with confidence because words have power. Words are power. You need to keep your sentences short. You have never seen like let's talk about a recent message from our Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew. We all watched it, right? Still not extended to 1st of June. But did you notice every sentence he said was short? Fellow Singaporeans, we thank you for your support. We will get through this together. Oh, very short. You will never hear him say, fellow Singaporeans, thank you very much for actually joining us together, because everybody is all staying at home, and then we'll be like, so long-winded, so uncool. Usually people with gravitas, with seriousness, with authority, they keep their sentences short. Don't keep that in mind. On top of that, they use simple words. They don't talk about, I was flabbergasted at the appalling numbers. You won't say things like that. You say, we were very shocked at the rising numbers. We use real, simple words. So in your line of work, regardless of your industry, we all have our technical terms, right? You have to change it into simple words, and you will influence others to want to listen to you. You are full of terminology, right? Everyone like, yeah, you're very atas, nobody wants to talk to you. And that's where you are not able to influence them to do what you want them to do. Right? And the next one is avoid the F word. No, it's not the F word. Who can guess it? Anybody guess? Short and sweet. Fillers. In Chinese, we call it 填空词. For example, your boss asks you, so Barbara, how's the status of our project? And then Barbara goes, the status of the project, well, actually, we are pretty much on track. Oh, liao, finito, habis, gone. Your boss will look at you like, are you sure? But if you speak with Gravitas, Barbara, how's the status of the project? Boss, we are very much on track. What about 99% complete? You keep your sentences short. Instead of, you use the power of pause. See, when you breathe, right? Your boss will be like, he'll be anticipating what you're going to say. And the moment you say, it's got power. Okay, if you're like, boss, I tell you, boss will be like, do you know what you're talking about? So when you cut out all the it makes you sound a lot more influential. Yeah, got it. Many of us are guilty of using fillers, but I do not need you to sound like BBC English with absolutely no fillers at all. You might as well sound like an artificial intelligent robot. We're not talking about that. It's all right to go a little bit of, yes, it is true. Yeah, if you can add a little bit, it just makes you sound human. I'm only human. Okay, I'm going to break into a song again. And then final one, use positive words, because words have power. Earlier on, yeah, some of you will say that, oh, Cindy, yeah, Cindy, if I can refresh our memory for everyone, right? You're not the only one, Cindy. Everyone that I say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought, oh, your name is Jenny. Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I mixed up with another friend who's also called Jenny. And 10 out of 10 times, that person will go, it's okay, I have a common name and a common face. It's like, pew, 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 pew. It's like you are demeaning yourself, reducing yourself. No. Instead of saying it's common, remember what did I say just now, Cindy? Can you type it in the group? What did I say? Instead of saying it, you have a name that many people have. Oh, you're welcome. If you have a name that everybody has, I shared it just now. Instead of saying it's common, yes. Thank you, Siu Hun. Yes, I do have a very popular name, and it just makes you feel popular, right? It elevates yourself, it exudes confidence, and it demonstrates gravitas. So these are all concept, right? I need to give you some real words to use. So today is not just about concepts. You might as well read a book. These are words that I've heard people use on me. I use on people, and I see their eyes go ka-ting. So firstly, do you know that certain words can evoke a sense of security? Safety-oriented words. Here you go. Rest assured. You know what's the popular alternative? Don't worry. It's like, don't worry. Okay, I'll try not to worry. Then you end up worrying. How's the food just now? What do we say? Not bad. Not bad. Why? You think that's mathematics, a double negative become positive. The brain cannot process it sometimes. We say not bad, I'll think of it as being bad. You know, just another scenario, right? Just last year, I was doing a lot of keynotes, delivering a lot of keynotes in Malaysia, and my clients wanted me to fly budget. So I told Air Asia, anyway, Malaysia is so near. So I'll sit in Air Asia, I will sit near the entrance. I sit the premium flex, right? There's $200 only. It's like business class. And when I'm seated there, and every single time when the plane is taking off, part of the announcement goes like this: ladies and gentlemen, in the event of emergency, please use all exits except exit A. I'll repeat. In the event of emergency, please use all exits except exit A. And I was sitting at exit A. In the event of emergency, where do you think the freaking passengers will go? Exit A. I was like, OMG. Can't you say, in the event of emergency, please use exit B and C? How many are there? They think what, 20 exits? Why can't they say? Because they kept saying except exit A. Nobody is going to listen to except. They'll be like feeding the kid. And exit, oh, exit A, I remember, exit A, and they'll remember that. So my lesson is when you want someone to feel safe, say the word that you want them to feel. Instead of saying, don't worry. You want to influence them to feel safe, you use rest assured. Once I had a client who referred me to another client to do a keynote, deliver a speech. And when he went there to support me, and he said, hey, Maxine, hey, I recommended you, don't let me down. Don't let me down, Senna. I looked at him, I said, hey, Jeremy, rest assured, I will make you proud. And he was like, wow, I feel very confident now. You see how I turned it and rephrased it? Instead of saying, don't worry, don't let me down. I said, rest assured, I will make you proud. Try that, huh? I didn't copyright those words. Control-oriented words. These are great words for your control freak bosses, especially those who want to quit. I guess you have bosses who breathe down your necktie. Words like, rest assured, boss, what you've asked me to do has been documented. How's everything? Oh, did you finish it yet? Boss, rest assured, everything is under control. Or a simple one, yeah, what we have been saying is right on track. On track. Our systems are being managed. And these are words that make those control freak people, or what we call the serial callers. They're not serial killers, but serial callers. Hello, how's my application? Hello, how's my application? Then we can use words like rest assured, everything is under control. Yes, rest assured. Yes, we have a very robust team who is looking right into your application right now. That's right. I feel safe. I feel like, oh, everything is under control. Final part, trust-oriented words. Reliable, proven, accredited trainers, certified applications, scientifically proven, it is confirmed. Although nowadays we hear confirm used in a negative light. I confirm how many cases, but please use it in a positive light. All right, let me just see some of your feedback in the chat group. Which words are you gonna start using now? Come type it out. The more you type it out, the more it's ingrained in your mind. Come, let me see. A, rest assured, thank you. Cut out of the don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, I sure worry. Okay, rest assured. Ooh, seems like rest assured is the popular one. And under control, I know this is a very Singaporean way of saying it, but it is so popular. Rest assured. Oh yeah. One of my favorite words is robust. Don't just say good. Do you have a good, how's your after sales service? Oh yeah, good. Our after sales service is very good. Very meh. Oh, we have a very robust after sales service team. Robust. I feel like a man with six-pack. Robust. Okay, thank you. So that was for you. Shall we move on? Okay. So we're done with the voice. Okay, in the classroom, in the full day class, I will have you all to practice. But here, this is like a snapshot. So we dive into the second V. You need to also sound confident. I can give you the best words. Let me revise here. For example, rest assured, everything is under control. Can you imagine in the voice, boss, rest assured, everything under control. Yeah, everything is documented. Yeah, our meeting is right on track. I can give you the best words in the world. You sound like some gina, some kid, some scared little child. Your words mean nothing. So you need to manage the voice as well. Again, another trivia. We thought voice is voice, the voice, right? You turn around, the voice. Okay, we're not talking about the voice, but our normal voice is made out of 4 components. Here they are. Inflection, which I will elaborate in a moment. And we have the pitch, we have the pace, and we have the volume. So let's deep dive a little bit. Inflection here is when you emphasize certain words to amplify its impact. For example, let's look at this sentence here. If I read this whole sentence without any inflection, this is how it will sound. You have made a wise decision. You have made a wise decision. There's no impact, there's no power. But let's focus on you. You have made a wise decision. If I focus on made, you have made a wise decision. If I focus on decision, you have made a wise decision. See, when I focus on different nouns or different adjectives, it creates a different emphasis. So words are powerful, but the way you say it can influence people. So one of the things I do a lot, okay, don't report me, but I'm one of those, especially when I visit friends in condos and things like that, or even walking through any security check. So one of the common ones, I was going for Japanese classes at one time. My teacher, she stays in the condo a few blocks away. So when I walk in and the security asks, are you a resident here? Yes, I am a resident here. Okay, thank you. I am a resident here. I'm a resident here. Yes, believe me, I'm a resident here. They won't believe you, right? Yes, I am a resident here. 10 out of 10 times they say, okay. I said, thank you. You have a good day. After that, I'm like, I don't just teach this stuff, okay? I practice what I preach. So the words that you want people to believe you, your tone have to drop 1 pitch. It is important. We'll practice more in a while. Now let's talk about the pitch. Some of us are born with sweet voices. Bless you, you have voice of an angel. Ave Maria. Okay, those are the high pitch for singing. But when you speak, you have to, you know, I went for vocal training over the years. For more gravitas, it should be balanced. You notice when I started this afternoon, I said, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the party. But when I'm talking about the pitch, you need to balance your voice. You notice that I breathe in and my voice sounds richer. If I speak with just my throat, it will sound like this. Everything should be balanced to avoid extremes. It becomes irritating when this is too high, I cannot be heard, or when it is too low. Screechy, sharp, tiring to the ear. But when I breathe in before I speak, it affects my pitch. It becomes irritating when this is too high, cannot be heard, or when it is too low. Richer, fuller, more credible. Cool. And of course, pace. Hong Kong people, they're funny, what do you mean? Don't you use a mirroring? Well, if you want to sound credible, once again, it's not about being super fast or super slow. You do want to match the pace. If someone is speaking very quickly, Hong Kong style, someone talking to you, can you please tell me what's the status of the project? This is your boss. Tell me. And the boss, boss, in my opinion, the boss, what are you? Can talk faster or not? You have to go a little bit faster, boss. Based on my records, we are about 60% completed. You do have to speak a little bit faster, but it still doesn't have to be like super fast, like your Hong Kong style boss. So it is about a matching. And of course, your volume. Too loud, too soft. Especially when I was in China, many people do not understand the culture of Chinese, so we always tease them or criticize them for speaking loudly and all that. But having worked and trained there, I stayed there even in Shanghai for a whole year, and I was in Beijing since I was 18 years old. So that's where I understood the culture. Some of you who are in this program, you may have been from China or you're from China originally and you're a PR here, from what I know, is because they grew up in big families. Yes, they have a one-child policy, but a lot of them, they will come together, they have secret babies here and there. But when they have a meal together, they have like 20, 30 people squatting. You don't even have seating space. They're squatting. If you go like, 麻烦你菜拿过来, can you please bring me the food? No one will hear you. They will eat up everything. You're like, 菜拿过来, 过来，水在家里啊. You have to like really, really loud. So because of that, when I was in China, I used to think they're quarreling all the time. And that's where when I coached them in China, I said, yes, 我知道这是你们的文化. It's been a culture. But when you want to sound credible and with Gravitas, you do have to tone down to sound important. Cool? In summary, this is the final part where we have a little practice. This is about achieving your voice with Gravitas. You need to speak in a lower pitch and an evenly paced voice, as we said earlier on. Not too fast, not too high. And when you want to emphasize a point, you need to slow down. Ladies, I know, ladies in the house, I used to be guilty of doing that. I go like, Tahir, 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 help me all, help me all. And already tired towards he cannot stand, this kind of stuff. He will look at me like, what's wrong with her? He will know very well girls who talk like that are trying to manipulate them. It's unprofessional, not cool. And that will become your personal brand. The hiao got girl. That's not how we want to be perceived as. And the final part here, you need to sound firm when you're saying something uncomfortable, like delivering bad news or rushing someone to do something which they're not willing to. But when you sound firm, it shows authority. You speak like a boss, you sound like a boss, you will be treated like a boss. Example, scene 1. Tahir, can you, if you don't mind, can you please give me the document A by today, 5 o'clock, can? Okay, that's very, very. Scene 2, action. Tahir, I need the document by 5 o'clock today. Thank you so much for your support. Tahir will be like, okay, she sounds so proper. If you, Tahir, 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 he will ignore you. All right, so that was a contrast, right? And the voice with Gravitas. So I'd like you to practice this in your own space, wherever you are. And if Grace, with your 2 kids, you can practice this together as well. This one, let's make it sound credible. Okay? A few words that you could use an inflection. We need your support to make this work. So there are 3 words that I want you to dip it down. We need your support to make this work. You see, if I have no inflection, it will sound like that. We need your support to make this work. We need your support to make this work. Yeah, right. But when you go, we need your support to make this work. Yeah, try it on your own. I imagine I can hear you. All right, can I have some feedback at this point? Because I'm going to move on to the final V. Let's hear, what do y'all like about the vocal just now? Yeah, I didn't realize outward inflection makes me sound not confident. Can you give me some sugar? Totally need the support to make the CB work. Yes, come, please give me some feedback, your thoughts, your comments. What did you pick out from the vocal part? Maybe you didn't realize that the pace had a big difference. Must be firm, absolutely, because when you sound firm, it portrays authority. Mirroring is good. As you can tell, my personality is very cheerful type. But if I like cheerful all the time, no one's going to take me seriously, especially with the authorities, with people in countries where they look down on women. You do have to carry yourself, not just the way you look, but how you sound. And record the voice. Yes, all cool. Thank you. Oh, got good tips, Maxine. Very helpful. Thank you, Phoebe. Thank you for the sugar. Now we are at good time for the final part, visual. And now it's a little bit off. To change the mode a little bit, we're going to watch a video. This is one of my favorite animated movie segments. Okay, I am not a fan of the animated movie itself. The animated movies, we have all heard the song, let it go, Okay, let me try and stop this. So now I'm going to share a screen where I can find, okay, no, just a moment. Because the thing about Zoom, which I discovered through my experiences, is that they are not able to play a video directly. So let me see. Where is it? Okay. Let me see. Can you all see my video? No, you can't see. Once again, all right, everybody. I'm going to open up the video here, share the screen. Yeah. So while I'm doing that, I'd like you to also think, yeah, from now, actually, which of these different techniques am I going to apply? The way I speak, the way I sound. Oh, okay, I am having a little trouble here, but I like a challenge. I'm trying to get rid of this screen here. Exit. Oh, I got it. You never give up. No, never give up is like double negative. I will persevere. That's right. Persevere. Okay, I have opened the video and give me 3 seconds and I will be sharing 2 seconds and 1 second. Showtime.
Ooh, hello.
So cute, right? Let's talk about that video first. Seeing me in full screen. Oh, Olaf is so cute. This is the first Frozen, of course. I didn't watch the second Frozen yet. I heard it's good. What did the snowman think that the reindeer was trying to do? Come, give me some answers. What do you think he was trying to do? Answer. Yeah, eat the nose, eat, right? Steal his nose, eat the carrot. There you go. You see, many of us make assumptions of how others' behaviors, whatever their intentions are. And we may have misread their intentions. If you think about it, some of our bosses are like that, our parents are like that. Tough love. They're trying to push our boundaries to make us be better versions of ourselves. In this case, the reindeer was trying to help him get the nose back. Because those of us who watch the animated movie, the reindeer is like a dog, right? He likes to play fetch. But we didn't know. But if you think about it, can we blame the poor reindeer, the snowman in this case? Did you see how the reindeer looked? He really looked like he wants to eat his nose. Are you like the reindeer sometimes? Did you realize that your behaviors could come across as aggressive? You see, in that entire clip, the video clip, there was no conversation other than a ooh, ah, about a loaf, right? So it was purely based on the body language. Every single body language demonstrated by the reindeer looked like he was going to attack him, eat his nose. So you cannot blame the snowman. So think about it in our daily lives. Whether it is intentional or not, that sometimes we do end up looking like we are trying to attack somebody, right? We look like we are going to say to either take the territory, fight with them, and do certain crazy stuff. And that's where they start to have this wrong impression of our intentions. And that is such a big mistake because we meant well. We wanted to help them. And that leads me to this message here, which is a famous quote from one of my favorite books, fellow speaker, mentor, Alan Pease. It's not what you say, it's how you look when you say it. All right, as the Albert Mehrabian theory has shown, that 55% impact is from our visual. So what are the implications? So after a couple more slides before we finish off, we are in good time. Negative body language. Let's see which ones of these behaviors that we are guilty of. Firstly, what is Kung Fu Panda doing? Give me some response. Yeah, the time when the mom was, oh, your boss is like that, Sian. Tough love. I feel you, Justina. Come, tell me, what is Kung Fu Panda doing? Frowning? Yes, frowning. Angry. Yes, some of us are very angry eyes. In this case, I'm referring to staring. Oh, thank you. You hit it on the head. Yeah, head. Yes, you are staring. Staring, the definition of it is you don't blink. Have you seen people who look like that? Tell me. Then what else? Don't blink eyes. Like, it comes across as aggressive, which is why growing up in the 80s, 90s, we always have this staring incident, right? And then all the gangsters are, you stab me, then they start fighting. So avoid that. And of course, some of us don't realize, okay, this is very straightforward. This is finger pointing. We ask, so I tell you, the way you talk to me like that, right? I tell you, the last time I had the project, it was your fault, or your fault. What? People like that, I really want to and break their fingers. Have you had someone who points their finger at you? I have. Of course, I do it nicely. I didn't break their fingers. I said, hey, do you realize your fingers? And they're, oh, okay. They didn't. 10 out of 10 people that I have done this to, they had no awareness that they were being rude. Finger, that eye contact. Oh, yeah. And this one, based on my past programs, a lot of us are guilty of doing folded arms. Yes. The reason is many of us are very cold. In Singapore, it's colder inside. I have people bringing winter jackets to the office. Folded arms, it could come across as defensive, uncooperative, unfriendly, authoritative in a bad way. And this is when you come too close. This was when social distancing didn't exist. Now everyone 1 meter away. But do you have colleagues before this COVID-19? People will come to your table and they're, hey, Jenny, I need help. And they stick the whole face into your table, your space there. Or they're like, yeah, I tell you, it's like, whoa. You see, I mean, I go so close to the screen, I feel very rude too. It's like, whoa. And finally, unless you want to air your armpits, arms on hips, it makes you look very proud, very arrogant, very show off. Come, give me some answers. Which ones of these are we guilty of demonstrating? Come, everybody, tap in. It's like staring, for the arms. Let's see. No spatial awareness. That's true, baby. For the arms, yeah. Was really airing the arm. It's so funny. Finger pointing. Yeah, some of us, we don't realize that. We just like to, yeah, you know, like that. Thank you for being so honest on that, unintentionally. It's true, as I've shared and I've spoken with them in the most constructive way, and they told me, oh yeah, I didn't know, thanks for telling me. I said, I had once, this is in Taiwan, I did a training for Credit Suisse. One of the bankers, not Credit Suisse, UBS, Ruiyin, Taipei, and he was talking to me, and he was holding a pen actually. That's my pen. Okay, let's say this is my pen. So I said, hey, Jason, 你有没有发觉你老师讲话都会用笔一直指着我啊 ？When you're talking, you're pointing at me. 嘿，没有我没有发现哦。I didn't realize. He said, 哎呀，从来没有人告诉我哎。No one ever told me that. I said, of course, I think people did not tell you because you may poke that eye. So yeah, I would imagine that none of us are aware of this. Final slide here, positive body language to demonstrate how can we look positive. First one is the eyes. Just now someone said poor eye contact. It's true. And you have good eye contact here is you don't look shifty. Let me demonstrate. The boss asks you, are you confident that we can finish this on time? A boss, Yes, everything is on track. We will definitely finish by this end of the month. Your voice may be quite confident, but your eyes are like looking shifty eyes. So you don't stare, you're moving around, but when you look directly, of course, I'm aware that in certain countries, you don't look directly at them. Like in Japan and Indonesia, you don't stare at them. You do want to have a direct eye contact, and then you look down. Yeah, ba, yeah, benar, yeah. Yeah. Then you talk about, terima kasih. You look at them and then you look away, yeah? But you don't like, Japanese as well. Hi, you look at, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hi, arigatou gozaimasu. You look at you and then you look down. Okay, you look down. But they don't look and then go, that one you look like you're fishy. Next one. This is the power of the smile. Did you know that when you want to look confident, you cannot show your teeth? You smile without showing teeth. Let me demonstrate that. Can you imagine our Mr. Lisiano giving a speech? He did smile, right? He said, thank you, my fellow Singaporeans. Together, we are SG United. He didn't go like, thank you, my Singaporeans. Together, we are united. The numbers may be alarming, but with everyone's support, we will get through this together. We'll be like, oh yeah, boss, not. When you show too much teeth, it looks fishy. So you have to like, that is true. We are right on track. Little smile, but no teeth. Next one. The hands, some of us do not know where to put our hands, put here, put the armpit, put behind. So you just have to keep your palms open so that you can gesture, and when you're not using them, okay, because my screen is high here, you rest one hand on top of the other. Right? And the next one here. Your head, the way you place your head affects how people think of you. Come, y'all will know. Let me demonstrate. When you're, good impersonation. Oh, thank you. That's my theater life. If my neck is tilted, my head is tilted back. Yes, Elizabeth? You said you wanted to see me? What's up, Elizabeth? Can you tell me what kind of impression do I give you? Yes, Elizabeth? I'm right here. If anything, just ask me. What kind of look is that? Hello, come, just 5 more minutes. Can you give me some response? Where the head is tilted up. Arrogant, thank you. Sure, snobbish, unapproachable. There you go. So the head position plays a huge part. I've studied body language for years. The tilting the angle, it means a lot of things. So when you go like that, it's arrogant. What about when your head is downwards? Yes, Elizabeth, I heard that you're looking for me. I'm here. What would you like to ask me? Your voice is confident, but your head, lack of confidence. It's all like, don't scold me, don't scold me. Remember when we were children, we were kids, we break something at home, a vase, and that's it. Who broke the vase? Sorry, Papa, it's me. The head will naturally go down, right? We knew that as kids. It is a programmed behavior. So when we are afraid of meeting the boss says, come and see me in my office. Yes, boss, you want to see me? All those old memories all alone in them. Okay, now that's the sad memories of your father scolding you, your mother scolding you. Our head will go down. Even if you know your boss is going to scold you, you walk in with your head high. Yes, boss, I heard you want to speak with me. You're so confident that the boss wants to eat you alive also. Swallow back his saliva. Then your head have to be straight. Keep your head upright. Next one. Tilting backwards can look arrogant, but tilting slightly forward will show that you're confident, you're willing to work together with them. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, these are the top 5 visuals to look confident. So please tell me, everybody. Oh yeah, confrontational. Please tell me in the chat group, which ones of these 5 behaviors are you going to consciously demonstrate now? Doesn't mean that you're good at it. I'm asking you, which one are you going to consciously, for example, smiling without showing teeth when you want to mean business? What do I have? Yeah, I know that's my personal favorite. Because I've been told over the years that I have a great smile, and I feel that I need to smile all the time because people think that's my great smile. But I smile genuinely when I'm happy, like I'm talking to all of you now. It's smiling from my heart. You can feel it in my eyes, in my voice. But when I need to sound serious, I cannot show my teeth. They will think I'm just being nice. I'm not angry. I just pretend on you. Wow, young. I will say, especially when my staff is late. Instead of saying, all of you are late, and then you just say you're a biatch, right? But I said, I would like all of us to start our meeting on time. This is what we say in Chinese, 笑里藏刀. The knife is inside that smile. Well, this kind of smile can kill. It's the most powerful one. Keep the head upright. Yay! Thank you, everybody. So everyone has been sharing your action plan, what you want to do. And we have come to the final part. And we have 5 minutes. Woo, we are in perfect time. Now let's open this segment here. If you'd like to share or ask any questions, I'd like to invite you to turn on your video if you like and say something to me. Like, oh, thank you, Maxine. I really like this. Okay, let me just, hey, questions. All my questions behind me. Questions. Yeah. Oh, let me see what questions. Thanks, Maxine, for this sharing. Need to run off for another seminar. Thank you, Xinhui. Hope to see you in our other programs. Yes, do we have questions or you want to unmute yourself and say something to me? I would love to hear some human voice. No. Okay, no one's talking.
Maxine?
Oh, hi, Grace.
It's Grace. Hey, hi.
Oh, hello,
Hi.
Grace.
Hey, hi. I just want to find out, I do share and agree that, sometimes when we are very energetic, we tend to maybe bring it too much forward, and then people might feel that, we are not so professional. So how do we really control, or we try and balance it? Because when you are very friendly people,
yes,
and then you do actually appear very different to different people because you don't know them as well, right? So people might feel that, hey, you fake, you quite fake, right? That kind of feeling. How do you actually cope, or how do you actually balance this thing?
Oh, that is such an excellent question, because this is something that I experienced in my journey of life. So thank you, Grace. To summarize the question is, how do you balance when do you want to be your natural chirpy self versus sounding more serious with gravitas without people thinking you are very pretending or young, as we say it, right? Yes, my simple answer to that is, first of all, identify the personal brand that you wish to portray. So Grace, hearing from your tone of voice, right, I'm profiling you subconsciously, you have a no-nonsense voice. You're not exactly the hello, the act cute kind of voice. So without you even trying, you really sound like you have gravitas. And that kind of voice, people tend to be more respectful towards you. So your challenge may be how to sound approachable, because your voice sounds a little bit serious. So for me, it's the opposite. I have a very naturally cheerful voice. But when do I sound serious and people take me seriously? Simple answer is look at the situation. For me, I'm constantly by default in my normal mode is a cheerful, outgoing person. My son knows that, my family knows that. But whenever I'm upset with my son, he knows it instantly. I'll be like, hey, baby, yes, all right. And he does something stupid. Cohen, I feel very hurt when you said that. And you look at me like, I'm sorry, mom. I didn't mean to make you upset. My son is the type that he will push boundaries. But because I've always been who I am, I'm consistently cheerful. And when I adapt to look at him firmly, he knows that I am serious. Unlike some moms who scream all the time, why you like that? Why you like that? Why you like that? But I tell you, so don't do that. The son or the kid will just ignore you because you're just barking like a crazy dog. So when you try to sound, hey, they will think that you're pretending, because that is not you. Your brand is fierce. So for you, if you have a serious voice, sometimes when you want people to take you, see you in a different light, you will have to adjust. For example, when you want to engage a group of people, you can say, hello everyone, I'm Grace Chua. Pleasure to meet all of you. And today is a forum session. And then that's where you speak. It can still be in your very firm style, but play with your other V's, okay? Your expressions. That's where you show more smile because you're too serious, so you want to show your teeth, the opposite. At the same time, your gestures, you want to lean a little bit forward rather than lean backwards, or your hands behind your back. That could give the wrong impression. All right, Grace, I hope that gives you an insight. I wish I could share a lot more because there's so much I want to share, live examples. And this is a preview. We have our workshop next Wednesday. If you can join us, it's online, and I promise you it'll be lots of fun, lots of learning. Cool, Grace, can you give me some response like, yeah, okay, I'm cool. Kelvin say, oh, Grace says, thanks so much. You're welcome. Oh, that pronounced correctly. You gives. You are fantastic. Not easy to do this on screen. I know. Thank you. Oh, I see some claps for me. Thanks for sharing. And Donker. Oh, Peter Schön. You speak German. Applaud, applaud. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wow. We have happy music. Applause with this screen. Wow, someone's a happy screen. Oh, some sweet babies. So everybody, I hope you can scan this code if you like to join us, or you can scan it first and think about it if your time permits. I hope to see you next Wednesday online, and there'll be prizes up for grabs, grab food gift cards. And of course, I promise you my life experience accumulated over the decades. Brought to you by Maxine. See you next time. Oh no.